What's going on? It's Will My Craven. Coming to you another day with another video. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Leave a comment. Would be gladly appreciated. There's also down below where you can leave a donation, Cash App. Gladly appreciate it. And I want to jump right into this. And as always, I want to discuss something as far as the women go. There's a lot of equality going on and males running back scenarios on, okay, well, what about that equality now? And it just doesn't want to be adhered to. And then there are different issues and topics that get talked about in regards to equality and it being a double standard. And I seen something online this past week about women saying males want a submissive provider. And it's interesting because I had seen that a lot, and then I end up seeing this one video to where this female comes to downstairs, guys on the couch, and whether it's a reenactment or just a little skit that they were doing, the fact of the matter is that she came down there, turned around, took the game from him, and smacked him in his mouth, and then turned around and said, "Go upstairs, get cleaned up. You're gonna eat this cat." Blah blah blah. Then turned around and told him again. So what was really interesting is the fact that there were at least about 10,000, whether it's emojis clicked on, whether it was likes, uh, heart, laughing. I think it was a lot of laughs. Thing was shared thousands of times, uh, and just totally sad to see that a lot of that was liked by women, and it's sad because when it comes to this type of abusive behavior, it's mentioned that get him right, girl, let him fall in line and blah blah blah. All about the guy being the one who turns into being the one who's the submissive one, and he's doing what you want him to do. It's like, how are these guys want you all to be submissive providers, but you are playing the part of being abusive dictators trying to be in control of that man? What do you heck if you are getting that him wanting you to be a submissive provider, how the heck you think that's happening? It's based off of your actions. A lot of you all are abusive. Let's just get it to the chase. A lot of you all will strike a man because you feel that you can get away with it, and if he does hit you, it's like, oh my God, like really? So he's supposed to do all these things and take your abuse and be quiet, which is why there are guys who say men suffer in silence. They have to take your manipulation, conniving, and evil ways. And he's supposed to, how do you expect a man to actually be a leader? Sounds like you're putting yourself in a position to have a boy. He's going to be a boy. He's not going to be on the grown man thing because you are trying to dictate his life, do as you please, have the money, and call the shots. Let's keep it real here. A lot of women want to go to work because they want to be able to dictate their own life and call the shots. And you bring that mess over to another man. But then turn around and say, where are the men at who's supposed to be in their role? Y'all don't, a lot of you all don't want that man in the role. You want the money. And with the money comes abuse. It's funny how, well, it ain't funny, it's terrible how a lot of the stuff women accuse men of old for, they're now doing it. So, well, women want to be masculine like men, and now they're doing the things that they claim men did. What's What's going on here? Is it the money that's causing it? Or is it the power you think you now have that's causing it? To where you think you can get away with anything? And of course, a lot of women would turn around and say, "Well, y'all did it for so long. Now it's only fair that we have a turn." How is that right? So if you had a problem with men doing it, and now you're doing it, you're justifying now that you can do it because men did it to you all, or not to you per se, your ancestors. How is that even justifiable? That doesn't do nothing but create more tension and create more problems. Like how do you not understand this? Well, no, I know you don't. How you don't understand? Number one, you blind. Number two, you refuse to want to accept accountability, even if you know why. Because you all are emotional, and you won't let your pride go down. Why? Because pride is an emotion, and you don't want to be in control of it. That's a whole issue. That's a whole problem. How many want to address these problems? You don't. You want to justify it, make excuses as to why you're doing what it is that you're going to do. I mean, it's really that simple. But men, on the other hand, are supposed to take it, supposed to put up with it, think it's so because you all think it's okay, and it's not okay. It's hypocritical. It's a problem. It's a whole problem. And this is why that there's more problems amongst men and women because of this whole ordeal that's going on with entitlement. It's not benefiting to anybody involved. You want it, relationships should be a benefit, but how can they be a benefit if you all think you can do things and get away with it? I see so many skits where a woman's slapping a man. But if a man does that, he's also wrong. And of course, you're going to have the guys come try to save her tail. Oh, she's a female. And we done seen she puts hands all on top of the dude. And when the minute he go back to do something back, he's the one wrong. How does that make any sense? Well, dudes, number one, got to stop jumping to the defense of that foolishness. And like, hey, you can't be doing that to him. Go about your business. This ain't acceptable. No, go somewhere. No, but a guy can get his hands laid upon him by a woman in his own house, and the police get called, and he has to leave his own house. Even if you ain't even married, he got to leave his house for her to. And this is why I say a lot of women act like grown children. Because if you give a child its way or their way, they're going to keep doing it because now you show them, oh, I could do this and get away with it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Then it becomes regular behavior. And this is a problem. A lot of you all have done things for so long and you think it's okay. You think it's normal. And it's not normal because if a man does it, it's a whole problem. Entitlement at the worst of the worst. And this is another component that has created such a problem in the relationship community. I don't care what skin color it is, because I've seen off-white women do this crap. I've seen Latinas do this crap, which is a bunch of foolishness. I've even seen women from Indian descent, as far as the Muslim world, do the mess, jaw back at the guy in the U.S. So, man, it's this is just not acceptable behavior. And a lot of guys are looking at this now like, why should I marry somebody like that? Why should I even be in a relationship with somebody? You finna be cheeks. That's all you gonna be. You cheeks. I don't wanna take this mess. And I'm gonna take you. The only reason I'm gonna deal with you because you cheeks, because mess toxic, and for some reason toxic feel good when it comes to cheeks. This is how dudes are thinking. This is how they're thinking. So you wonder why dude ain't so and so and he ain't mounting up to be so and so? Because your behavior. You're showing that you're a hypocrite. You're showing that you're not going to be accountable. So he's not going to be accountable. That's the other aspect of human beings. Human beings will not be accountable when they see you're not going to be accountable. Once again, stinking mustache. This mess happens every time I shave and do all this mess. Well, anyway, Why would a human being be accountable if they see you're not going to be accountable? And not. This is why certain older individuals would turn around and say, pay attention to what you do because they're watching you. And because they're watching you, they're going to follow you. So what it mean? They're going to follow your lead, follow your suit. So a man will turn around and follow what you do or give you that same kind of energy that you don't want because of how you're acting. Oh, okay, this how you going to treat me? Why should I do anything such and such such? Now, a little weak dude going to keep on doing it, but any guy with some kind of dang on sense ain't going to keep going with that mess. Like I said before, find a fool bump his head. Well, a guy who ain't no fool going to be like, oh, you ain't finna bump me upside my head. You going to feel hurt more, butt hurt than I am. I ain't doing it. But women, please understand. You should not be doing this type of mess. Would you want your son to be getting treated that way by another woman? Chances are, no, you're not. You're going to want to fight her. And this is what some of the things why some women don't understand when they get with a guy and his mother gets involved, because she can see that mess. She remember that mess. Chances are she might have did it herself. And now she see her and you, and she don't want that for him, and she finna give you a problem. This could be the case in some of those cases, but y'all don't think about that stuff. You don't think about, well, she see you. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Do better. Get your behavior together because it's very important. It's extremely important. You just can't be out here doing anything. Your actions will create a reaction. And it liable to make the right one or the wrong one might get your head busted. Or he might send his girl or his family your way. And you think, oh, okay, well, I want that smoke. Well, why would you want that smoke? That's a hazard. I mean, we see what's going on with the Canadian fires coming across the borders of the U.S. That mess creates a problem. Come on, man. This stuff is all basic. It's all basic, and we should be so far past this crap, and it's so sad that we're not far past this crap, which creates so many more problems. Like, a lot of our problems would be fixed if we just listen and have actually accountability. Take ownership of what we do. But we don't. We want to make an excuse for everything and then turn around and have a reason to do why we want to do what we want to do, which is not a benefit for others around us. But with that being said, fix your face, fix your spirit, get it together, because you're causing more problems than it is good. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. I don't care if you like it or not. Leave a comment. We'll read the comments. Take in consideration. With that being said, be easy.